Oh, hey there, Dodds. I didn't expect to see you here. Usually you're the late one when it comes to boat-making days. Dodds? What's wrong? Oh, you're all burned up again. Was it you or your dad?
A little of both, I think. I still have trouble remembering it when I cast spells, so...
Can I sit?
Mm-hmm. I hate him.
I know. I hate him too.
I just wish he didn't have to hurt me so much. And my mom just watches and then changes my mind when I get upset.
You know, when we're out on the water, we won't have to deal with that kind of thing anymore. It'll just be us and Hero, doing whatever we want with no one to make us sad. Any problem that comes our way, we'll either beat it up or sail away.
That sounds nice. Hopefully we can get the Phoenix Wing built soon.
Well, why else do you think we're here, silly?
Yeah, you're right. Let's get started.
It's still exactly how we made it, Raven. God, I wish you were here, though. Could really use a good captain right about now.
Hey.
Oh, hey, Jackie. Can I help you with any...
Zago says you were the one who got us this ship.
Oh, yeah, I guess so.
So how'd you do it?
Do what?
Get this ship?
Oh, I went to the ghost captain. I figured he had so many ships that one of them must still be sailable.
And he just gave it to you? Just like that?
Sort of.
And what? This is just some random ship he gave you?
Is there anything you need, Jackie?
We're about to have a meeting above deck. We still need to figure out where we're going and what we're doing with Quinn.
Okay, I'll be up there in a second.
All right.
You'd probably know what to do, wouldn't you? Who am I kidding? You wouldn't be in this situation to begin with.
Ah, there he is.
Hey guys, what's this about?
Well, obviously, we're off the Archipelago and away from Selena.
Still feels good to hear you say that.
That's for certain, but we're still in trouble.
How so?
Well, we don't have much food and water left. Once we go through what little we have in our packs, that's it.
And without any gear to fish with, we don't have any way to get more.
There's also Longbeard. If he makes it to an island with an STC presence...
Which is basically all of them.
Then there's no way to know what he's going to tell them about us. Word would eventually reach everyone in the STC. If we're lucky, he'll just tell them that we're dead. If we're unlucky...
So, that one.
Then he'll tell them that we deserted, and he may tell them about me having been a pirate. That means we could get to an island and find that we're hunted. Wherever we go, we may not be able to stay for long.
On top of that, there's also the issue of Quinn. We don't have any way to help him recover, and his injuries are still quite worrisome.
So you're saying we have to go somewhere that the STC isn't, where we can buy supplies, without spending too much time there, and also get Quinn to a doctor who can help him in that limited time?
Pretty much.
Well, where do we find somewhere like that?
I think I know.
We can't. It doesn't exist. The STC has a presence on nearly every island.
Oh, well, actually, it's
They do
more
business
like...
everywhere, and whatever doctor we would need to take Quinn to would take so long that we would be seen by someone eventually. We either have to roll the dice on Longbeard not telling anyone about us, or...
Or what? No. No, we can't just do nothing for Quinn. I refuse to even consider that.
That's not what I was saying, Dodds. I was just saying that taking Quinn to a doctor somewhere on St. Lions Bridge may as well be a death sentence for all of us.
So we take him to a smaller island.
Well, you see...
The smaller the island, the less likely we'd be able to find a doctor that actually has the skills to help him. If we go somewhere and they can't help him, he might not survive the trip to the next island. It's not like he has all the time in the world.
So there's nowhere we can go? There's nothing we can do?
Everyone!
What?
Magnus, there's no need to shout.
It does feel a bit rude.
Whatever. Look, I'm not so sure we're totally out of options.
What do you mean?
Well, I wasn't supposed to return until I spent a year out in the Wandering Sea, but it would fit the bill. We could take Quinn to my master.
Your master?
Yeah, the man who taught me magic. He's an amazing mage. Where I grew up, there's all kinds of strong mages and fighters and healers. There are lots of doctors who can help us.
And the STC?
We're independent of the STC. Not for their lack of trying. We don't do any trading with them, since we can find or make all that we need.
I have so many questions, but you said they'll help us. You said you weren't supposed to come back this early.
Yeah, I'm gonna be in so much trouble. But this is kind of a special situation.
Well, that sounds like as good of a plan as any.
Agreed. It sounds like this place could be just what we needed.
All right. Hang on, Quinn. We're gonna get you fixed right up.
Where to, Magnus?
Head due north. You're all gonna love it there. Trust me.
All right. Dodds, let's go handle the sails.
Maybe I should handle it. With your legs still hurt, I think it's better if you get some rest.
I'm not crippled yet, Dodds. I can still work.
Yeah, but is that the best idea?
I know my body's limits.
Zago, I think Dodds is right. The Archipelago took its toll on all of us. I don't think it's wise to push yourself if you don't have to.
I won't be a prisoner on my ship any longer.
No one's asking you to be a prisoner, Zago. Just that you maybe take it easy for a bit and...
Ugh, Gods, Dodds, can you just, for once, let something go and let someone make their own decisions?
I wasn't trying to... Fine, Zago, you can, of course, do what you want. I was only trying to be helpful.
Good.
Well, now that all of that is decided, let's set our course and get a move on.
Hey, Evindall. I thought I'd find you up here in the crow's nest. Permission to come aboard?
Well, actually, the correct term would be permission to come aloft.
Great, thanks.
But, oh, right. Okay, sure. Yeah, that's fine. Go right ahead.
I love how the ocean looks from high up. The stars look amazing.
It is quite beautiful, isn't it? I must say that after spending so much time in the crow's nest on Longbeard's ship, I've grown quite attached to being up here.
You know, I've never actually been up here, even though I helped make it.
Make it?
I mean, even though I helped get it. From the ghost captain, I mean. So, Evindall, I've got a bit of a problem. And, elves are supposed to be pretty wise, right?
Well, I suppose that due to our longer lifespans and general love of learning, we as a species have accumulated quite the wealth of knowledge in all things academic and philosophical.
So, yes?
What's the problem, Dodds?
The problem is... me.
I think a lot of people have a problem with that.
A lot of people have problems with me?
No. A lot of people have problems with themselves. What exactly are you concerned about?
Do you think I'm selfish? Before Longbeard said that...
I don't know how much stock we should put into what Longbeard has to say about us. The moment he did what he did was the moment he stopped being an authority on other people's actions, if you ask me.
Yeah, but Jackie said the same thing.
Jackie was just angry when she said that.
That doesn't mean she didn't mean it. And it doesn't mean it isn't true.
Do you think you're selfish?
I don't try to be. I just want to have fun. And I want my friends to have fun. But because of that, I got Quinn and Zago hurt. I got everyone kicked off Longbeard's ship and left us stranded.
Dodds.
I know, you all say that it was your choice to leave, but you wouldn't have had to make that choice if it wasn't for me.
Listen, Dodds. You are not responsible for what happened to Quinn. That responsibility lies squarely on Selena's shoulders alone. Look, I don't believe you're selfish. I do believe that you are impulsive. I would say it's that impulsivity that has got us into trouble. For as many times as I have seen your impulsive nature be your weakness, I've also seen it be your strength. When Cross attacked us, you were willing to throw yourself off the ship and into the face of a sea monster. Without a moment's hesitation, most people would have been paralyzed in fear or gotten mired in indecision. But you were the only one who was willing to act in a way that would see great risk to you, but great reward for everyone else. A selfish man would not have done that. You just need to make sure that when you are being impulsive, you're doing it for the right reasons.
And how do I do that?
I'm sorry, my friend, but you did not get the elf that's wise enough to answer that question.
Well, I'm still pretty happy with the one I did get. Thanks, Evindall.
You're welcome. And don't worry about Jackie. I'm sure she'll come round.
I hope so.
Evindall!
Yes?
What's up?
Oh, you're here too. Whatever. Look, I just came around to say...
Whoa, you were right. She did come around. That was fast.
I'm not so sure that's what she meant.
Hey, are you two listening to me? I just said I came around to tell you that Quinn is up and freaking out right now.
What?
He's destroying things. He doesn't seem to know where he is. Come on.
This cannot be good. Let's go.
Right.
Quinn, come on, it's us. Don't you recognize your friends?
Get back. Monsters!
What's going on with him?
I think he's hallucinating. When I last checked on him, he had a pretty bad fever. It must have gotten worse since then.
I do not. I won't let you. What did you do to them?
He's bleeding quite a bit. What happened?
All of his wounds keep opening up. If we don't subdue him fast, this could get really bad for him.
Okay, and how do we do that?
I have a spell in my tome that can calm him down, but I can't do it while he's moving around so much. Can you all help me keep him still?
On it. Okay, got his left arm.
I have his right. Jackie, try to grab his legs, keep him from moving.
Right. Easier said than done.
Get off me!
Careful!
Jackie, what was that?
He kicked me.
Magnus, where is that spell?
I'm finding it now.
Well, you could have been a little easier with him.
I didn't exactly have a choice in the matter, Dodds.
Well, just because you're mad at me doesn't mean you have to take it out on Quinn.
Oh, excuse me? Don't flatter yourself, Dodds. You don't exactly factor into my decision-making.
Hey, will you two just shut up for 1 minute while Magnus finds his spell?
Got it. Calm state.
Magnus, what was all of that?
He's getting worse. His wounds were caused by magic. Most spells that cause damage take magic to heal, and the stronger the spell used to harm, the stronger the spell needed to heal. My magic isn't strong enough to counter whatever happened to Quinn. So every time I use a spell to close his wounds, they just reopen later. And those burns, I can't even touch those.
You really think your people can help him?
If they can't do it, then I don't think anyone can.
Okay then. I say we do what we can to get to them as quickly as possible. I know it's dangerous to sail at night, but we don't have time to lose.
Agreed.
I'll go wake Zago up and tell her we're moving out. Better I go than stay here where it's clear I'm not appreciated.
Still think she'll come around?
She might come around more quickly if you don't accuse her of intentionally hurting her friends when she's trying to help them.
Yeah, that was a little harsh, Dodds.
When you say it like that, I was just caught up in the moment and thought she was rough with Quinn because of me.
You're not just impulsive with your actions, Dodds. You need to think before you speak as well. Jackie is a proud woman. If you snap at her, she'll be sure to snap back harder.
This adventure isn't exactly going as I thought it would.
Just keep trying, Dodds. That's all any of us can do.
That's it! Everyone, we're here! The docks are just up ahead.
Magnus? Correct me if I'm wrong, but aren't docks supposed to have people working on them to moor the ships? There isn't anybody here.
Yeah, trust me, that's normal. Just keep sailing.
Whoa! Hey, everyone, something's wrong!
What is it?
I can't control the wheel! The ship is moving on its own!
What? Is the ship alive? Awesome! I always knew she was special.
No, it's nothing like that. It's magic.
Oh, man.
Jackie, don't worry. You can let go of the wheel.
Where are we being taken?
It looks like we're going towards the docks still, but... Magnus, is the ship about to...
Yup, the ship is going to dock itself.
Whoa! Even the anchor moved on its own.
Ugh, the ropes are tying themselves.
Yeah, magic. Remember?
Sure, but it's still surprising.
Well, the ship looks secure enough. Magnus, will she be safe here alone?
Oh yeah, no one will touch her.
There isn't anyone here to do anything anyways.
Okay then. Where do we go from here?
We need to follow that path up the mountain pass. It shouldn't take us too long.
Then let's grab Quinn and get moving. Hey, Jackie, could you help me with Quinn?
Help you with Quinn?
Yeah, I just figured it would be easier if we both kept him steady. And maybe we could talk?
Oh, please, Dodds, don't give me that.
What?
Don't try to manipulate my feelings into talking with you. We both know that you're strong enough to carry Quinn on your own, so don't try to guilt me into talking with you. If you needed the help, I'd give it. But you don't. And I don't want to talk with you right now. Besides, he's only like this because of you, so you should carry him on your own. Maybe take a little responsibility for once.
All right, fine. I can get him. Up we go, buddy. Hope my back is comfortable enough for you. It's no problem, Dodds. I feel great. Oh, good. And can you do me a favor and not freak out like you did the other night? It would make things pretty tough. Sure thing, Dodds. I would never want to make things harder on you. You're a good friend. Oh, well, thank you. Don't mention it.
Who are you talking to?
No one. I wasn't being weird.
Yeah, I find that hard to believe. Is Quinn awake?
No, he's asleep, and no one was talking to anyone.
I could have sworn I heard someone say something.
Must have been the magic ship. You know, I'm still not convinced that the ship isn't alive. Maybe it's a ghost ship now, and there's a ghost inside her.
Huh. Honestly, that wouldn't even be the weirdest thing to happen to us over the past few days, so maybe.
Is your leg gonna be okay? I mean, Magnus said it wasn't that far, but if you want...
I told you before, I know my limits. I don't need anyone taking care of me or watching over me. Now that I'm free of Longbeard, I intend to hang on to that freedom with everything I have. A bum leg isn't going to stop me from living my life.
You can still be free and rely on other people, Zago. Longbeard was the worst, but I hope you can see us more as a strength than something to hold you back.
You sound like my old captain. The one before Longbeard, I mean. She always preached about strength in our crew and us being unbeatable if we trusted each other.
She sounds like a smart woman.
She was, until she died. Until everyone I trusted died and left me behind. I won't make that kind of mistake of feeling that trust with people again.
I thought you trusted me.
That was when I was still another one of Longbeard's slaves. I like everyone here, Dodds. I even like you, even though you annoy me.
Thanks?
You're welcome. I just don't think I can buy into the whole team thing. Not anymore. I owe you for getting me off Longbeard's crew and for fighting for me on the Archipelago. But this is all just a stopgap for me. Eventually, we'll part ways and move on with our lives.
But we're a crew.
Trust me. You don't want me on your crew.
Dodds! Zago! You two ready to go?
Yeah, coming.
Zago.
It's not much further now.
Are you sure? I still don't see anything.
Yeah, trust me.
It's not that we don't trust you, Magnus. It's just that, well, we're nearly at the top of the mountain and there's still no sign of any civilization.
Or any kind of life at all, for that matter.
Did we go up the wrong mountain?
No, this is definitely the right place. Look,
What are we looking at, Magnus?
my people.
Magnus, I don't want to be the one to point out the obvious, but there's no one here. This place is completely overgrown and abandoned.
Perhaps you really were mistaken on which mountain to climb?
Oh, right. I forgot you all haven't been here before, so you can't see it. See that stone archway? Walk through it.
You mean that stone archway that looks so old and unstable that it'll probably fall on our heads and crush us the moment we go under it?
That's the one.
Yes, I'm with Jackie here. Perhaps we should go around and...
Ooh, me first! Oh. See, this is the type of mysterious stuff I like. Magnus, what other kinds of secrets are there on this?
Dodds? Dodds, what happened?
Come on, let's just go through.
Magnus, is this?
This is where I'm from. Now that you all have passed through the archway, you can finally see it.
This tower is amazing! Look at all those animals and creatures! And the archway! The archway's totally fixed now! What happened to all the overgrown trees and bushes? Did we teleport? Oh, this is amazing!
No, Dodds, we didn't teleport. This is what the top of the mountain actually looks like. We don't want just anybody to be able to find us. So we set up an illusion to make people think that there hasn't been anyone here in centuries. Passing through the archway breaks the illusion.
Well, I gotta hand it to you, kid. This is pretty damn impressive.
You actually grew up here?
Yep, born and raised. Not many people are actually born here, so I'm one of the few people who had never left the tower. That's why my master wanted me to go out into the world for a year. He said I needed some life experience.
Well, I'd say you got exactly that.
Hopefully my master agrees. All right, this is it. Everyone, welcome to the Storm Chasers.
Hello?
Down here. Hello, everyone.
Hello?
It's fantastic to see you again. You all seem so well. Did you accomplish that task I sent you on?
What?
Sir, I'm sorry, but I think you're confused. We've never met before.
Oh, thank God. I was afraid I had just forgotten your names and the things were about to get awkward.
Master.
Ah, Magnus, welcome home. Back already.
Yes, Master. I'm sorry I'm back earlier than expected, but the things are urgent. Our friend here is hurt and needs medical attention.
Oh, Magnus, I'm so sorry. I'm afraid I can't do that.
You can't? But why?
You're aware of the punishment for coming home early, aren't you?
Punishment?
Oh, yes. The punishment for disobeying a direct order from me is death.
No!
Master?
What? You can't be serious.
Oh, Magnus. He's so brave for risking his life for us.
Just kidding. Come on in.
Oh, Master. You always were a kidder. Come on, guys.
I think I'm starting to see why Magnus is so nervous all the time.
Things are making a little more sense, yeah.
Yeah, is this man really someone we can trust? Should we go inside?
Guys, Quinn just coughed up a lot of blood. That's probably fine, right?
You know what? Forget what I said. I don't think we have much of a choice.
This place makes me feel weird.
Yeah, Does the tower seem bigger now that we're on the inside?
Yeah, now that you mention it, it does. But how is that even... Oh, right.
Magic.
Yeah, right.
Your friend there looks pretty banged up. What happened to him?
It's a long story, Master, but it involves a woman named Selena. She calls herself the Goddess of the Sea. Have you heard of her?
Heard of her? Of course I've heard of her. Sounds like you've been having quite the interesting time on the Wandering Sea. If you made your way to the Archipelago, let's get your friend to the infirmary. I believe the fastest way would be... yes. Amplify. Amir!
Grandmaster Jebedo, nobody likes it when you shout like that.
Yes, but it's such a large tower and you're always so high up.
What is it you needed, Grandmaster? Ah, hello, Magnus. I didn't know you'd returned.
Hey, Amir. I just got back.
You have wings!
I do. Grandmaster Jebedo, have you adopted some more strays?
Now, Amir, there's no need to be rude. Everyone who comes to the Storm Chasers was a stray at some point. Even you.
How do you have wings?
I am the Storm Chasers Beastmaster. We house quite the bestiary here, and several of them can fly. I decided that giving myself the same ability would be useful, so I discovered a spell that would transform my body.
Magnus, is everyone in the Storm Chasers a mage?
Not everyone, but most people have at least some kind of magical ability. Everyone's allowed to study whatever they want to here.
Was there something you needed from me, Grandmaster?
Yes. Could you please take Magnus's friend here to the infirmary? He appears to have had a run-in with Selena.
What? And he's still alive?
I know, right? I expect these six will have quite the story for us. But first, we should help their friend and ease their minds.
Of course, Grandmaster. May I?
You just want me to hand him over? To a group of mages that I've never met?
We met at the door, remember? I'm Jebedo, and you're... and now that you mention it, I never got your names. Ironic, given that I thought I had forgotten them when I first saw you.
Dodds, I know how you feel about mages, but we're different here. We aren't like Arcanan.
Arcanan. So snobby.
Trust me, Dodds. It's okay.
Okay.
Very good. I'll be off then.
Thank you, Master. We were really in a bind. We didn't have anywhere else to go.
You must have quite the stories to tell.
Oh, we do. We've gone through a lot in the past few days, especially.
And you must not have had much food either. Sounds like a pack of wild dogs are in your stomach.
Hey, that's what I said too!
When did you say that?
Back on Skalbard. Oh, I guess none of y'all were there. Quinn would have gotten it.
Well, then let's get you kids something to eat. Come this way to the Grand Hall.
You know, I can't help but notice all these doors along the walls. What's up with that?
Typically, young lady doors are used to enter and exit rooms. Are they still using doors on the Wandering Sea, or have things changed that much since I've been out?
Yeah, I know what doors are, old man. I just meant that this tower doesn't make any sense. Like, if I opened this door here, for instance, wouldn't it just lead to the outside? It's just more doors.
There are as many doors to this tower as there are in life, my young friend.
So, a lot?
Yep, but in this room's case, it's just 5.
Oh, this room is great. You guys won't believe it. Every one of those doors...
Shh, come now, Magnus. Let's not ruin the surprise. Why don't you all open one?
Must we?
Yes.
Okay. What is this?
Our own personal ticket to the Arctic.
But it's just a trick, right? We aren't actually looking at the Arctic, just an illusion, like what we saw outside.
Well, what would be the point in that? This is the real, genuine article, miss. We've set up doors that can transport us to different biomes and locations along the wandering sea. And this one leads far to the north of this very tower.
Master, shouldn't we be closing this door soon?
Oh, nonsense, boy. They haven't even met Lila yet.
That's exactly why I think we should close it.
Who is this Lila?
That's Lila.
Oh, Lila just loves meeting new people.
I think she wanted to do more than meet me.
That's like what we said about...
Said about who?
no one. Quinn would have got it.
So all of these doors go to different places along the Wandering Sea?
Oh, yes, it makes for convenient travel if we have to study something that's far away.
What about those big double doors? Those seem important.
Oh, they are, young man. Those doors go directly to the eye of the great storm.
What?
Why would you want something like that?
Magnus, have you not told them anything about us?
It really never came up. Until now.
Why do you think we call ourselves the Storm Chasers?
Because it's cool?
No. Well, yes, but not just that. We have dedicated ourselves to all manner of study, in all manner of topics, but at our core, we have one specific goal in mind. We wish to understand everything about what makes the great storm tick. It's something on the wandering sea that has no explanation. It acts erratically, but always within a set pattern. It is a naturally occurring phenomenon that was made through unnatural means, and it has been active for countless years with no signs of stopping. There are many mysteries throughout the wandering sea and beyond, but none have captured our interest more than that storm.
Wow. So, what do you all know about it?
Nothing.
Nothing? Nothing at all?
Well, we know it has something to do with the ancients, and most likely Selena in particular, but research has been slow. Now come along, let's get you lot to the Great Hall.
Excuse me, sir, but, you mentioned something about the ancients. What exactly were you referring to?
Oh, never you mind that. For now, you should be more concerned with what you're going to have for lunch.
But, sir, we may have information for you regarding Selena and the storm that could prove useful.
Chicken wings! Is what I want for lunch.
Yes, and I would love to hear your tales. We all greatly appreciate whatever you have to tell us, but unfortunately, that transfer of information can only remain two ways for so long.
Sir?
We here at the Storm Chasers pride ourselves in the democratization of our information. Anyone who wishes to learn from the library of tomes and information that we've gathered may do so freely. However, there are some things that not everyone can know. Information is power, young man, and what we know of the ancients could very well be used in ways that could harm the wandering sea. In fact, I believe it already has.
Master?
Anyway, let's get you kids something to eat. Now that I've heard you say chicken wings, it's all I can think about. And here we are, the Great Hall.
Whoa, this place is huge!
A big room to satisfy our big appetites. Here we eat, we commune, and we study. Some of our biggest revelations have come out of long nights in this room.
So, do we just find a spot on one of these tables and the waiter will come find us?
In a manner of speaking, you sit down and take one of the slips of paper, write down your order there, and one of our wind sprites will come by and whisk it away to the kitchen to be cooked up for you.
Wind sprites? Whoa! Well, hey there, little guy! You look like a little light ball!
Here at the tower is one of the few places the wind sprites feel comfortable to show their true form. These little guys are actually all over the place, just hidden from sight.
Aw, it's so cute. What? I can find things cute.
Just be careful, though. They can be a little tricky sometimes.
Oh, hey, get out of my shirt! He's tickling me! Oh, I like this little guy.
And it looks like he got tangled in your necklace, Dodds. I didn't know you wore one.
Huh? Oh! Yeah, it's nothing.
Kind of a weird reaction to have for a necklace. What was that ring on the end of it? It had 2 birds on it?
It's nothing, really. Just something from my time in Arcanon. Let's order some food!
Yes, please, I'm starving.
And off they go into the kitchen. Magnus, my boy, I wrote down for them to bring our meals to my office. Come, let's talk about your adventures so far. I'd love to hear about what you've learned.
Oh, okay, Master. I'm sorry, guys. I'll join back up with you later. Yeah, it's been a long time since I've been here and...
It's okay, kid. Talk with the wizard. We'll be just fine.
Thanks. Let's go, Master. I have so much to tell you.
Oh, this place is so great!
Really? I thought you didn't like mages, Dodds.
Well, I don't, but I've never met mages before who were this fun. And the food. Oh, don't you smell it? Oh, it smells good. I think it might be actual food and not some magicked up goop.
Hello. Has the Grandmaster left?
Oh, yes. He and Magnus went off to talk about what we've been through recently.
Well, I figured I should tell you that your friend has been admitted to our infirmary. He's in good hands, and our healers seem confident they could fix him right up.
That's good to hear. Thank you. Amir, was it?
That's right. I'm the Storm Chaser's Beastmaster.
Thank you, Amir. It's nice to meet you. I'm Dodds, by the way.
Jackie.
Evindall, pleased to make your acquaintance.
And I'm Zago.
Dodds!
Sorry.
Yes, well, it seems you'll be staying here while your friend is with us. I can show you to your chambers when you finish eating, if you'd like.
That would be helpful, Amir, thank you. I was also wondering, Jebedo said that only some of the information in the Storm Chaser's library was open to the public.
Yes, that's right.
How does one gain access to the rest of it? After all we've been through, I think it would be useful for us to learn as much as we can about this Selena woman.
In order to gain access to the full archives, you must become a master.
Sounds like a long process.
It is. It takes years of study, or a fantastical revelation about the world in which we live.
That's way longer than I'd like to study for. That's really the only way?
Well, there's also the trials.
No.
The trials of might, wisdom, and reflection can be completed to test your abilities.
No! Stop!
2 of which can only be completed in teams to further the bonds with your fellow Storm Chasers.
Face it, Jackie. We lost him.
Guys! We've got to do those trials!
Please, don't get ahead of yourself. Grandmaster Jebedo designed the trials himself. They're designed to be solved only by the wisest and most powerful mages.
Amir, we both know that just makes me want to do them more.
I don't think we both know that.
Well, I'm telling you now!
Amir, Dodds here may be acting somewhat hastily, but it really would help us out if we could get into that library. I admit, I would also like to know more about the trials.
Completing each trial grants you access to a different area in the tower. Completing the trial of might grants you access to the Storm Chaser's very own artificers. They will craft you an item tailored to you, and imbue it with magic so that you can best serve the Storm Chasers out in the field. This trial may be done as a team, if you so wish, but the trial will be more difficult depending on how many of you there are.
Ooh, free magical stuff? I'm in.
I don't really need anything like that. I just want to prove I'm strong enough to beat the trial.
Next, the Trial of Wisdom. Completing this trial grants you access to the full library of the Storm Chasers. Our knowledge becomes your knowledge. This trial may also be done as a team, but it will divide you into pairs.
It will divide us into pairs?
Yes. The trials are held within magical demiplanes. You are sent through the trial doors, and the magic of the trials then takes hold, if more than 2 of you pass through. The trial itself will divide you as it sees fit.
Well, if it allows us to learn more about Selena and Captain Cross, then That is what we must do.
Yeah, I don't really want the library that much either, but I'm definitely gonna beat that trial.
And finally, the trial of reflection. This is the only trial that must be completed alone. If you are successful in the trial of reflection, then you will be allowed to hold a title within our organization. You can become a master, or a smith, or a captain of one of our vessels.
Oh, yes! Finally, a cool one! I could actually become a captain? Really?
If you are able to pass the trials, then yes. But don't get too ahead of yourselves. As I said, these trials were designed by the Grand Master himself. These aren't simple tests to take.
What exactly must one do in each trial?
I don't know. The trials take the form of whatever the participants should need at the time. No two tests are the same, which makes it impossible to prepare, and impossible to cheat.
This is gonna be so much fun! We're doing all of them, right?
Pass.
What?
I don't plan on joining any groups. I'm finally a free woman. I'm not just going to shack up with the first people who offer me a position.
And truth be told, we're not even really offering it.
It's okay to belong somewhere, Zago.
Not interested.
If I may, Amir, I'll go through the Trial of Wisdom. As I said, I think that library has some valuable information for us.
I'll do that one too. There must be some goodies in there if they hide it away. I'll be doing the might test also. I'm gonna milk this place for all I can get.
We'll see how far that attitude gets you in the trials.
Well, I'm doing all three. And we'll ask Quinn when he gets up. I'm sure he'll be interested. Whew, yeah, food time! Oh, Amir, sorry, is this offensive?
Offensive?
Yeah, I'm eating wings. And you have,
No.
Oh, good.
Well, I'll leave you to your feast. When you're done, I'll show you to your rooms.
Well, at least the bed is comfortable. What the hell are you doing here, Brightwood?
Hello, Jacqueline. How are you, settling in?
Oh, Evindall. I'm fine. I'd like to say I'm surprised to see you here, but it makes sense. I am a 10, after all.
What? Anyway, I just wanted to see how you were doing. I know the past few days have been difficult.
Yeah. That's about the understatement of the century, Ev. But I'm fine, really.
That's good to hear. I just wanted to check in and ask you about Dodds.
Ugh, can we please just go 1 minute without him being the center of attention?
He's trying, Jackie.
And he's doing a terrible job. Ev, he's the one who got us into this mess. He doesn't care about us.
I don't believe that's true, Jackie, and I don't think you do either.
Why does everyone always take his side in things? What about me?
You are exactly why I'm here. I mean, not taking sides, Jackie. Dodds messed up. He knows this. He told me. His attempts at fixing things between you two may be rocky, at best. Understood, but he is making attempts. Are you?
I don't see why I have to. I am not the one at fault here. And besides, this is what people do, Ev. There's no reason to keep people around too long because they will always betray you in the end. Nobody ever actually cares about you, so why put in the effort? Every friend is just an enemy waiting to happen. The only thing you can do is enjoy your time while it's good and then quickly cut it off when it gets bad.
That's a deep cut. I care about you, Jackie.
You do?
Yes. And I know that Dodds does too. You may not want to believe it, but it's true. I'm not saying you have to forgive him or even be his friend. I just don't want you to regret not giving him the chance to make things right.
What if we just left, Evindall?
Jackie.
No, I'm serious. We could take the ship and just go. These storm guys wouldn't care, and the others are safe and could get another ship, I'm sure.
Jackie.
Ev.
I don't think you should run away from this one.
Guys!
Oh, hello, Magnus.
Guys, it's Quinn. He's awake. I'm getting everyone. Come on.
What? What? It's only been a day. These people must work fast.
Let's go.
Quinn?
Oh, hey, guys. How are you doing?
Oh, Quinn, you're okay.
Oh, well, I don't know about okay, but I'm alive.
We'll take that. It's good to see you making an improvement.
You made a lot of trouble for us, having to lug you around the archipelago for so long. Don't you let something like that happen again.
I'll do my best.
It's good to see you awake, Quinn.
Ha, you mean that, Jackie?
Sure. Who else among these idiots would I battle wits with?
Wits? Is that what you call them?
And now I wish you were unconscious again.
Where's Selena? Where the hell are we?
Whew, get comfortable, buddy. A lot has happened since you went down. You see, after our battle with the Minotaurs, Longbeard said that we were all off his crew.
This episode of Storm Chasers was written and directed by Michael Shannon and produced by Alex Goebel. Editing and sound design by Eisa Yazdizadeh, with music composed by Aud Andrews. The theme song for Storm Chasers was written by Kenny Gray and performed by Aud Andrews. Opening animation by Mimi Chu. Original artwork and character design by Stephen Wu. This episode featured the vocal talents of David Izquierdo, Maximillian Contreras, Dallis Mackenzie, Shogo Miyakita, Magnus Carlssen, Ginger Sue, Sarah Lynn, and Aud Andrews. If you enjoyed this episode, please hit the like button. It helps out more than you'd think. And be sure to subscribe to see more. If you'd like to support us even more, then please consider joining our Patreon at patreon.com/StormChasersPodcast. Be sure to join us next week for the next episode of The Storm Chasers.